This is this Ambosi's Best Bread Bakery. You see in the bakery, we have all these. Actually, in the bakery we have a folder. Let me take off this mask. All right, good. We have all these. You can see here we have this are product for today. This is called this one like this. This is called block cake. It's called block cake. You see, it's in block. That's what we call it, block cake. Block. You can get for 50 francs, 100 francs, whatever. You can get a whole loads. It's called block cake. Now, this one, this is what we call Kumba. You can see the name is the ABB, Ambosi Best Bread. This is Kumba bread as called in Cameroon. Kumba bread doesn't mean the name is Kumba though. It originated from Kumba. People, the Nigerians that flew into Cameroon to look for greener pastures brought this idea. That's why they call it Kumba bread. They settled in Kumba. So as you can see in the bakery, we have some cakes here. You see the cake is, look at the color, golden brown. It's really nice. You can get a pack if you want. Then we have some flour scope right there. Flour is here. I'm using this flour soon. Okay. Now, this is the oven. In this oven, the fireman stands here and does his job. In this oven, you see when they take it out, there's something inside of it. I can't open it right now for you to see. They take it out, they will remove whatever has been put inside. We put things inside too. Then we have burnt coal. This wood has been burnt, this coal. We'll take it out and put it here, we'll throw water on it for it to get cold so as to extinguish the fire. After that, we still have some excess right here. Now you can see, I'm right here with Mr. Victor. Mr. Victor is one of the workers. He works on the table. So, this is Mr. Victor. If you see all this process here like this, it's because of Mr. Victor. This is exactly what I showed you before. You know, when you sit at home and you want to take breakfast or whatever, it starts from here. These guys are the producers. That's Mr. Luis all the way. So Luis, can you tell me the process? Can you run me a little bit how you arrived to this level? Just tell me.
Actually,
Can you come closer to Mr. Luis, please? Yeah.
I want to start. This I will say this is a Kumba bread. As you can see, this is written on it. Ambosi Best Bread. That's the abbreviation. The process of this bread. First of all, we start from the mixing side. As you can see, this is the mixing side. This is where we mix the bread. We have someone who mixes the bread. We first of all put the flour here, and then later on we can put the ingredients such as marginics, yeast, so on and so forth, and then we mix it with water. And then when we finish from here, we are done from here. We have you can see this is where the process where we soften the bread to be soft.
Make the dough to be uniform.
Make the dough to be uniform, and then from here we now get to the table. So here we have someone who scale the bread. There's a scale. I will have someone who scale the bread, and then we have some people who just mold the bread. Our job is just to mold the bread, and then from there we put it inside the pan. There's a pan for the bread. There's the dishes for the bread, as you can see inside the dishes of the bread. So this is the last process. We'll put in here. Then there's a fireman, as my boss was right in here explaining how the fire is being done. You can see the fireman is here. Then from here, the fireman will just put in there, then time the bread at the right time. Then he gets to remove it. So that's just how it's done.
Okay, if you look right here, this one had an accident. We always have this one had an accident. So what happens is, you see, it's very different from this one. It's not the same. You cannot put it here. That accident probably during the fermentation process or during when we allow the yeast to rise or allow the dough to rise, air entered this one. So there was a problem in that one. So that's why it's like this. When you got in there, it came out like this. It's passing the message that not everything is the same. Now, if you look under here, we still have some, look, you go right down, you see, we have some stock here. Now, the supplier will be carrying this any moment from any time. So we'll allow this one to cool down, then we'll parcel it, then it goes to the supplier. So if you're eating bread, don't forget to eat Ambosi's Best Bread. The reason why I'm insisting is that You can see the process. You don't get into this place without your cap. This cap protects your hair from jumping into the dough when you're processing it. Then during the work, you must put your mask because spitting, don't allow spitting to come out. We take all this hygiene because it's food at the end of the day that we're processing. Then when they're working on the table, you put on your gloves. The gloves help you to avoid contact from your hands to the dough. You work like that, then you put it into the pan. Once it goes into the oven cooks it at a very high degree. I think it's about 300 degrees. Because when it goes in the 5 minutes, this one is ready. So you can imagine the heat. It's really hot. So when it goes in the around 300 degrees, it comes out. It kills some of the germ though. But as you know, science says that not all germs do that at that certain degree. Some can form a cyst and continue to live. When they get cool like this, they break up and start again. So that is the process so far. If you look right here, this locomotive engine, this is the locomotive engine. I don't have time to start it right now. This engine is what helps this grinder to rotate. What does it do? When the dough leaves that mixer, it comes here, it flattens it, some sort of flattening, make it to look uniform. Make it look uniform before it comes to the table for other people to continue. So that's it in a nutshell for Mbosi. But if you've not tried it, please try it.